Hello and welcome to Dan Explains. I'm Dan. I already did a video on the possible physiology of our bodies after the resurrection. Today, I want to go a little deeper into one of the aspects of that. Will our resurrected bodies be able to feel pain? Well, that depends. Let me explain why. Many Christians will probably roll their eyes at me saying, maybe. I mean, we're told our glorified bodies won't have any pains. But I didn't say glorified bodies, I said resurrected bodies. That's because even the damned will be part of the final resurrection at the end of time. But they will be resurrected to eternal death rather than life, as Jesus points out in John 5:29. Before we get to that, it might help if we talk about why we feel pain in the first place. I'm in my 40s now. But, no, I said that right. I'm in my 40s. Anyway, I'm at the beginning of when people start to feel their age. I've started to notice some little and some not so little aches and pains. It's all part of aging, and, well, there are things you can do, but as we get older and our bodies age and start to wear out, the pains we feel can get pretty persistent and annoying. None of us are going to avoid at least some aches. At least not if we don't die young anyway. But the pains we feel as we age seem pretty pointless. Some, I suppose, truly are if you have some kind of nerve condition. On a side note, it's always a good thing to offer these unavoidable sufferings to God. At least then, it's not pointless. When it comes to getting old, we need to do the stuff that helps our bodies stay healthy and heal better, and to not do the things that wear our bodies out faster. How we feel as we get older is our bodies paying back our brains for all those stupid, unhealthy decisions we made. Pain is the way our bodies tell our brain that something is wrong so we can do something about it. Maybe it would have been nice if my present back could have told my past brain to lift with the knees instead of the back. But what if we can't do anything about it? I mean, it would be nice to just turn off the pain sometimes. Let's look at that for a minute. Have you ever watched the Bond film, The World Is Not Enough? If you did, you may remember the villain, Renard. We learn he has been shot in the head by Agent 009. The bullet made it so he can't feel any pain. Described in the James Bond wiki as making him invulnerable. He does various things like burn his own hands. Well, just because you can't feel pain doesn't mean you're invulnerable. Those burns could and probably would get infected, and he wouldn't even notice because he wouldn't be able to feel the pain of the infection. If Bond or his scheme hadn't done him a favor, Renard, no doubt, would have done something that would have resulted in his own death. Someone who can't feel pain makes for an interesting villain. However, there are actually real-world examples of people who can't feel any pain. Not because of any bullet to the brain. It's caused by a disorder known as congenital insensitivity to pain, or CIPA. CIPA is a rare genetic disorder that you're born with. Only around 60 people in the US have it. It's caused by a mutation in the gene that encodes for the NTRK1 receptor. No, I'm not going to bother telling you what that acronym stands for. But the mutation essentially unplugs their pain receptors from their brains. Well, at first glance, this may seem like a nice problem to have, especially for the older and more achy among us. Most people with this disorder don't make it to the age of 25. Mortality in children is very high. I mean, think about it. All the scrapes and bumps you got as a kid, how many times you bit your tongue, your lip, or skinned your knee, or your elbow? Each wound is a potential cause of an infection. Even a paper cut can be life-threatening because it goes unnoticed. they usually end up dying from an infection at a young age. Those who do make it to adulthood need to check themselves constantly for cuts and scrapes. So, why am I telling you about this disorder? Well, to highlight the point of how important pain is for us to stay alive. Its whole purpose is to help us avoid doing things that might kill or maim us. In the final resurrection, our glorified bodies will be immortal. There won't be anything you can do to injure it. Because they are glorified, they won't have any imperfections. So, there will be no need for pain. Well, what about the damned? They will get their bodies back as well. But they won't be glorified. They will be like the opposite of Renard. They will be invulnerable, but they will still be able to feel pain. Makes me wonder what happens if someone with SEPA goes to hell. I guess that's a topic for another video. Now, I don't know if their resurrected unglorified bodies will have all the scars, aches, and pains they had from life. I kinda doubt they will. They will probably just be refreshed to their ideal fallen state. That probably doesn't matter too much though, since they'll wish they weren't invulnerable. But in hell, you're already dead. Yeah, it sounds like a place I'd like to avoid. If you like this video, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, please support me on Patreon, link in the description. The more people support me, the more time I can dedicate to making videos like this one. So, until next time, have a great week.